Hey, everybody, thank you so much for being here on a Monday afternoon. I'm hoping that your weekend was fantastic. Here in Oregon, we just finished up a crazy evacuation phase with fires, and so I'm glad to be back in the studio doing everything from my studio. And today's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be fun. I want to start things off by thanking my sponsors at Five Star Guitars for being supportive of the show from the beginning. Joff Metz and Five Star Guitars have been supportive of All Access Live, mostly because they have fantastic partnerships with musicians that I play with. So they've got lessons from pros like Jennifer Batten. They've got repairs. They've got great collection of guitars and a huge selection of used material too. So guitars, amps, pedals, everything like that. And there's no sales tax in Oregon. So if you buy from www.fivestarguitars.com, let them know that All Access Live supported you and them. They would appreciate it. So that, with business being done, I want to have some fun today. A friend of mine, Carlos Martinez, is a PR agency in LA working with this amazing young woman in Buffalo, New York. She has been on TV with the TV show Wife Swap in the past. She's got a career as a live streamer, a DJ, a hip hop artist, and more. And so before we get too deep into her bio, I'm going to have her explain what she does. So I want to thank Alicia G for being here. Thank you, Alicia. How are you?
I'm doing great, Kevin. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm grateful to have you here. You and I just talked just before we went live about you doing live streaming for 2 years. So you've got me by about 1 year and 3/4. I just started live streaming. For me, I'm a touring musician, and when the pandemic hit, I had to do something else to keep myself busy and get out of trouble. So I was excited. Carlos and I have known each other for a little while. It sounds like he's worked with you in your industry and your promotion. So I want to go back a little bit before we talk about your live streaming and the music, because I think you've got something else going on with a band with your mom as well. But let's go back to your early TV stuff. You want to talk about that and tell me a little bit about sort of exposing the world to the family thing and really being vulnerable in that way. You're on Wife Swap back several years ago, right?
A few years ago, my
Okay.
family, my dad, my mom, and myself, we were on a reality show called Wife Swap.
Okay.
It was one of the top shows, most views, everything in the history of the show Wife Swap.
Okay.
It was the premiere show. It hit record numbers. It was living hell.
I mean, I've not seen the show. I know the concept essentially, and so reality shows typically have sort of the Hollywood bent, right? That they really try and camp up a lot of like the drama, right? So it's got to make Hollywood TV. So there's got to be controversial and really put your family under the spotlight. So I'm sure it was stressful.
It was living hell.
Really? Okay.
It
Yeah.
literally was scripted word for word, repeat after me, line for line. And it made me out to be this awful, bratty person that I am nothing of the sort. And it's all for views and ratings.
Sure.
And basically, how we got put on the show, I took many dance classes, acting lessons, piano lessons, voice lessons, gymnastics, cheerleading, you name it. I did it all growing up.
Okay.
And pretty much my dance teacher, she was the choreographer for the Buffalo Jills.
Oh, cool.
Team NFL.
Yeah.
Girls. She approached the whole dance class. Hey, does anyone have a child and family that's doing a lot of activities and might want to be on this reality show? And my mom and me were like, yeah, okay. Like this, okay. And pretty much after the class was dismissed, the dance teacher came running up to us. You have to apply. We're like, no, that's okay. That's okay. And she's like, I have no one who does all the dance classes, gymnastics, cheerleading, voice, acting, pageantry. And we're like, you know what? Here's her email. Never in a billion years. Within a week, we have to have their family.
Really?
Yes.
So they got the submission. Did she have to do like a video interview and so they can see her personality and her background and all that?
Basically, we sent a bunch of my pictures, and they called us. They sent someone actually down within 72 hours to film our family.
Wow.
For about 12 hours.
Okay.
And within less than a week, we have to have your family.
Wow.
And our life was changed forever.
I'm sure at first it probably seemed exciting, right? You're thinking about.
At first, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
Alicia, you said you always wanted to do acting and modeling. This is your chance.
Yeah.
Okay. And repeat after line. We should come on, more bratty, more bratty. I'm like, what do you mean? Alicia, you said you want to be an actress. Act, come on. I'm like, okay. And before I knew it, it aired, and it was nothing of the sort. They focused the whole show around me and not my mother or my father. And till this day, literally the other day, someone posted about that show, Voice Swap, that I was on, and my family on Instagram, and still getting hate comments till that day.
Hate comments?
Hate comments. I was the most bullied person in my entire school. I suffered such bullying. It was living hell. I would not wish on my worst enemy.
It's dude, social media is so bad anyway, right? You've got like all those issues like that people can kind of hide behind a screen and sort of anonymously bash on people, but being under the spotlight of having a reality TV show painting you as this picture of this horrible person, I can't even imagine. Now, when that was happening, did you get a chance at all to review the footage before they aired? Or okay, so that was a huge surprise. The next thing that you saw, it was the cuts and the edits that they made it look real dramatic. And was it like an extended series? Were you on there for quite a bit of time?
It was just the 48 minutes, 42 minutes, whatever.
Just one episode?
One episode.
Okay.
And made history.
Wow. And I'm sure they had history because they made you look so bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When I mean bullied, I was called every name in the book, names I did not know existed. I was physically, could not even eat in the lunchroom. People threw food at me. I was pushed into lockers.
Oh, man.
But that's actually not even bad compared to what they did. It got so bad, a kid actually pushed me down a flight of staircase in the school, and a football player caught me. He's like, oh my God, you okay? You okay? I go, yeah, thank you for catching me. And he's like, you with the nurse, anything? Like, I'm good, thank you. He's like, well, just remember, don't tell anyone that I helped you.
Oh my God.
Now,
you had been cheering at school too, right? So
I was a cheerleader the whole time. No one talked to me, but I still cheered. I wanted to be a cheerleader.
Unbelievable. You know.
But that's not even the worst part. This one's documented with police reports. When I was dragged by a car over 12 feet on pavement, where I had second-degree burns in my body.
How did that happen? Did they try to run you over? Or?
I got a text saying, hey, Alicia, we're here, say hi to us. I was at a local Dairy Queen ice cream place with my dad, getting ice cream, and 4:35 o'clock. I go, hey, I'm gonna grab some ice cream. I see my friend in the parking lot. I say, okay, I'll meet you in the car. I went to, right in the front, and I go, hey, where is my friend? And 3 girls are hiding like this in the back seat. And the one kid in the driver passenger, hi. I go, hi, where is, I shouldn't shake my hand. Are you really that rude like they say you are? I go, okay. Grabs my wrist, drive, and goes 12 feet on pavement.
Oh my God.
It burns my body. Then they finally let go.
This is right in front of your dad too. That's just. Like,
he was still in the ice cream place.
Okay. Wow.
And I was rushed to the hospital by ambulance, and they're picking gravel out of my body.
My God. So seems like, you know, when the bullying is happening at a high school and you try to go to counselors or anything like that, I mean, it's really difficult to get any support, right? Because, you know, so many people, um, are, it's, you know, counselors can sort of like point out that you've asked for help. And so then it makes it worse, right? Because people are saying that you're, you know, like unable to take it. I was getting a note just now that your mic is a little bit low, so I might have you speak up just a little bit. Sorry, but
I'm not wearing a mic.
Oh yeah, you know, so I should tell people in the background where Alicia's live stream normally happens. Her mom is in there doing a live stream for her band. Is that right? So you guys you're sharing this. Oh no, her band.
Band?
No. What did you say? PK? Is that what you said?
It's called a PK. I'm on a live streaming app called
Vigo.
Vigo.
Right.
I am one of the top hosts in all North America.
Okay.
I was on the ABC Super Sign in Times Square.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And being one of the top streamers in all North America. I have over 1.92 million followers.
Wow.
On Vigo.
Nice.
18 months.
Okay.
On Vigo. And my mom recently also just joined the app as official host on the live streaming platform Vigo.
Okay.
As well.
That's great, man. And so, but she's actually doing a live stream right now in the other room, right?
In the other room, right.
So she's got your mic, and so like she's making Alicia have to talk louder on camera for me. Sorry about that. You know, I was just thinking about the bullying thing. So how were you? You were in middle high school at that point, right? So did you stay in school, or did you try to do some homeschooling to just get away from it?
I did switch to a different school, but in the same district.
Okay.
Didn't really help at all.
Really, it followed you. TV, right? So that's a brutal phase. Did you finish school?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I graduated with a 95.78 GPA, top honors, everything.
Nice. But that's almost a testament to just your willingness to just get past it and prove everybody that, you know, that you're not going to let that adversity keep you down. And I'm sure there's probably some resentment, right, for just at the TV program for making you look bad, but also just how vindictive and horrible people can be in school. It's unfortunate kind of that we weren't stuck in a pandemic then. You could actually be away from the school grounds and at least just have, virtual bullying happening, but it's not that much better. Online bullying is horrible.
Keyboard warriors online.
Yeah.
Online. But it made me the person I am today. Two wrongs don't make a right. I don't believe in if someone says something rude to you, say something rude back. I do not believe in that. Two wrongs do not make a right. Be the bigger person, and you almost got to feel sorry for the person who bullies.
Yeah.
Because they're taking the time out of that person's day to write that comment or to do something hateful to another human being. Who would want to do that? Who would want to do that? But they're taking their time to do that to another individual. That's the sad part. You feel sorry for the bully.
Yeah, I mean, it's insecurity. Whenever you see people do that, secure people don't bully anyone else because they're confident with their time and themselves, and it's easier to see that now, right? You've got the wisdom of having been through it, but at the time, it didn't make you feel any better. I'm sure. Do you feel like
you got to surround yourself with positive, uplifting people?
Yeah.
Don't bring you down, that lift you up. You got to push out. I say the saying every day before I start every live stream. Push out negativity, push in positivity, because the best is yet to come.
I love it. Yeah, maybe we should have started this live stream with that. I'm so down with that too. For me, because life is crazy right now. I mean, even just the pandemic and everything that's going on in the country, and like I said, out here we had fires. It just seemed like one thing after another. Things were kind of getting nutty. And I have to start my day with a kind of a ritual like that, sort of a gratitude list of things that I have to do to kind of get my mindset right, and I love being able to talk to people that use that positivity to drive their focus on things they're interested in. I would imagine that overcoming the adversity you had really made you go after your musical career more. And so let's talk about that a little bit. You mentioned all the other things that you were involved in, cheer and acting and dancing. So were you involved musically? Did you play an instrument, or were you singing in choir when you were in school too?
Actually, I was singing in choir,
Okay.
actually. I was accepted in chorale, which is
Oh,
the highest level of chorus in high
sure.
school, my freshman year. And the only other person who to make it freshman year was John Stevens. He was on the first season of American Idol.
Wow. Okay.
He was years ahead of me, but we went to the same high school,
Okay.
actually, and as the only other person freshman year to make that. But I also was trained classically in opera.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I made a 360 switch from opera to hip hop, rap, and I also took classical piano as well.
Oh, really? Okay. So you've got the formal training, you've got the choral training. So getting into the hip hop and rap vibe, I've got a son who's 21, and he's also a hip hop artist. And he was a drummer, and I was so proud of him for just becoming this incredible drummer. And we wanted to be a hip hop artist. I said, all right, so you've got your work cut out for you. You're a Caucasian ginger. It's going to be, it's a tough road. I mean, there are less opportunities in that realm, but he's so into it. And I started really appreciating the influences that he had and the guys that he's working with. Did you have any contacts in the rap and hip hop industry before you started doing that, or is it just something that you gravitated towards musically?
I did not. I loved Eminem. That's
Okay.
He's one of my inspirations of rap because he's so bold and doesn't care. This is what I do, this is who I am, and take it. And I'm like, you know what? After everything I've been through, bring it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right. And well, how did you end up hooking up with Andrew Lane? That's a huge contact to have.
That is really funny. You say that now. I was just posting daily content on Instagram, and he happened to like one of my posts.
Really? Just out of the blue?
Out of the blue.
Wow.
And I tried to glance who likes all the posts. I'm like, who's this person? Oh, sure. Multi-platinum award-winning music producer. Sure. Tell
Right.
another one. But what's one more message? So I sent a message through his Instagram saying, hi, thank you so much for liking my post. My name is Alicia G. I sing hip-hop rap, reality star, da-da-da-da, and thank you again. If you ever want to work, just let me know. About 3 hours later, I got a message, here's my number, contact me. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, what's one more? We FaceTimed, and that was how I met Andrew Lane.
Unbelievable.
All my music, and he's the best.
So had you done like your self-produced kind of stuff on your own before that? Or did you have anything that you could send him to say, hey, this is what I've released?
I did.
Okay.
I worked with some other producers, and I had some other songs, whatnot. But we beefed it up, bumped it up, and here we are.
Well, he's worked with some huge names, right? Yeah, I mean, everybody from Backstreet Boys and Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana stuff, and big names, right? Multi-platinum artists. And so having TV, even though it was kind of a negative experience, do you feel like it kind of was a little foot in the door to at least have a conversation with somebody like that to give you credibility?
I believe everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
Yes, it was living hell, but you know what? Maybe in a twisted, sick way, it was a blessing in disguise. It made me the person I am today, and strong, and I never take no for an answer. I never, ever, ever take no for an answer.
This is good advice for new artists too, right? Because I would think that you're kind of in a role model position for young women, as bullying is prevalent in school, and a lot of people probably haven't had the amount of adversity that you've had, but being able to do what you have and come through that, Do you kind of see like a mentor role where some people reach out to you and say, hey, I'm interested in pursuing these things, but I have all these speed bumps ahead of me. What do you do to overcome them? Because you seem to have a bunch of strategies for keeping positivity in your life.
I do. I definitely could see myself as a major impact and role model on others, individuals, between even growing up in the world of beauty pageants, competing across the country, doing beauty pageants. From 11 months old, I started competing.
11 months. Wow. You're a bit
carried on stage. Like,
oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Well, you've got those, those big doe eyes. That's a great help. Right? But I guess, did you have an influence on you that was sort of a role model that way when you were younger too, to kind of get through this stuff?
No.
No, mom, maybe. Your mom is live streaming right now, so I think that's kind of a really cool partnership. You guys can sort of hand the baton off, right? And you can do your major live stream, and then get your mom sort of involved in that as well. But was she? Did she understand what was going on with you early on when the bullying was happening? And
she has the name. Her username is Alicia G's Big Ma.
Okay.
Because she was in there almost every single day in the school fighting.
Really?
Not physically, but
yeah, just fighting.
Going to each teacher, you gotta do something. Come on, you can't let this happen. Come on. And she got the name of Big Mama, and literally they're like, "Oh, that's Alicia G's Big Mama. That's Alicia G's Big Mama. Run!"
Yeah, it probably helps now too with her live streaming environment, right? Because she can then turn the tide, leaning back on you because you've got a couple of years of experience in this now, so you can help her overcome some of her speed bumps and kind of be her big mama and helping out.
Everyone, I'm very well known on the app. I am, but I'll go into literally a live stream and be like, "Oh my god, I gotta screenshot this. Alicia G World's in my live stream." I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm just scrolling through, and it's kind of funny. It really is.
Did you, when you first started out, did you think that it was going to grow to this point where you've got
Never.
millions? Yeah, it was just something to do, kind of pass your time.
And it started off just to be a thing for fun.
Yeah.
Let's try this. It's fun. And I started off originally on a different live streaming app for 7 months. And then after that, I switched to a different app. I was contracted, and I've been on Vigo for roughly 18 months.
Really? So tell me about that. The syndication on a streaming program, they come to you and sort of, you're contracted. So that means you've got kind of a contract rate. They pay you a salary, and you're sort of sponsored by Vigo then?
I'm not really allowed to talk.
Okay.
Because of that, but I am a contracted official host broadcaster.
Okay.
Broadcaster, same term, on the app Vigo. I am one of the top hosts in all North America.
Are you able to get other sponsors then to come in and sort of help sponsor your show on Vigo? If a product sponsor wanted to get a hold of you and say, "We love what you're doing,"
I wish.
Okay.
I wish. No one's really approached me for that particular thing.
Okay.
On that level, other different things, but
sure.
For when I'm Vigo, but I could.
Well,
where you at?
Yeah, anymore, really, because you need to be everywhere, right? You've got to be visible, and you've got to be sort of on everybody's mind, and it's your brand, right? Alicia G World is your brand. And so if, say, a headphone company or a microphone company or a bottled water company wanted to get hold of you and say, we'd love to contract with you for a year, would you give me product placement on,
Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was, if you were exclusive on Vigo and you couldn't have other sponsorship. That's great. How do you pursue getting fans on the show? Is it just all word of mouth?
I guess word of mouth.
Okay.
And I just, I'll post on my Instagram. Hey guys, going live on Instagram. Not Instagram. Vigo.
Okay.
Here's a link. Click it.
Awesome.
And, each and every day. Literally, on a low day, it'd be like 5 hours. That's like a really low day of streaming.
Really?
I average 8 to 10 or more hours, 7 days a week.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's,
couldn't believe it at times.
yeah. How do you find conversations that are interesting to you to talk about with people?
That's the funny thing. It's like I may be just talking. I may be in an event called a PK, which is basically a battle between myself would be and a different broadcaster. So two people on the screen.
Okay.
Go ahead. So two people.
Yeah.
They would look like this, half and half.
Sure.
Who gets the most points?
Really?
The battle.
Okay. And fans can vote during that?
It's a gift, virtual gifts.
Okay.
And who gets the most support or gifts, virtual gifts wins the battle.
Okay.
There's that aspect of it. There's live streaming, talking back and forth, interacting with everyone in the comments, or I'll be dancing, or I will be singing some of my songs, or I will be DJing. It was just my birthday. I did a 5-hour, 9-minute stream. I was DJing it up. It was a blast. It was
wow. Awesome. Jason Clark here in the chat actually said the longest was over 18 hours.
18 hours.
You had an 18-hour chat?
35 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh my God. All right. So I could stay up that long. I could stay awake, but that wasn't part of a battle, right? This is just you.
No.
You're engaging with fans.
So engaging. It was the most lit day. Well, up there. Well, I have many.
Yeah.
I have a record of very lit days, but that was up there with some of the most lit days ever. It was dragons, shields, all these virtual gifts basically just flying. I was just like,
wow. Yeah.
I kept going. It was amazing.
Can they throw you real gifts? Can they do you have a Venmo or anything like that people can?
I don't.
Oh,
man. I don't do that.
See, I'm trying to help you get some cash here, man. I think, well, for sponsorships, for me, all right, I mentioned this before. I would normally be touring at this point, right? So we had a whole year's worth of touring canceled for the pandemic, and I love doing this. I think you obviously do too. It's kind of an addiction because when you interact with people and you really get to know personalities. For me, I just love it, and it's cathartic. It's a nice way for me to escape politics and everything else I see out there, but it's also emotionally exhausting. If I'm just really having to think all the time about how I can engage with people and get more viewership, not just because I want to get clicks and views, but I really want people to enjoy the show, right? And so for me, I'm reading and researching, and you're talking to other streamers, I'm sure. When you have the PK battles, they're friendly battles? Are you just sort of
some are friendly.
Okay.
Where I will kind of pick my opponent just to sometimes buy time. That's reality. Then other times they're official, and like all my fans, we call them AG Army.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Okay.
And I bring in the troops and we go hard.
So the people that are throwing those virtual gifts out there are supporting you. They're they're your battle, and the more gifts that are thrown. Okay. So you rally the troops, and they can take on your opponent. At the end of the battle, what's the sort of overall accomplishment? Is it just for status? And does the PK sort of status show somewhere on Vigo that says, hey, the winner of the battle today is Alicia G?
There are different elements to the app where it does show who the higher winners are of the PK battles, as well as you get prizes back to the winner.
Okay.
So it's a win-win.
That's cool. I had not heard of it, and now I feel like this old guy that doesn't know anything about online. But
people have not, and it is literally, it's not a little app. I mean, it's on the stock market exchange. It's a huge multi-billion-dollar app.
Sure.
And, it's around the world.
Well, I've heard of Vigo. I just hadn't heard of the PK battles before, right? So I think that's, but it'd be fun to see. When you're doing your live streams, do you DJ sometimes too, where you're actually spinning tracks and getting sort of?
I do. On occasion, I do. But most time, I sit, talk, chit chat, and promote and spread positivity.
That's. You are you able to promote your music then as well?
Absolutely.
You've got some great stuff out there. I saw some of the videos. I know now it's a little bit, it jiggles single. Now that came out. Did you re-release a new version of that this year?
It was just recently re-released September 1st.
Okay, and that's available like on all streaming platforms, right? You can get that.
The world.
You get the videos, and there's another Pretty Girl too. So was that another one that Andrew helped produce?
Pretty Girl was actually the song that introduced Andrew Lane. That was the song I presented him.
Okay.
But that was Pretty Girl is pretty much my debut single.
Sure. Okay.
I think I have 12, 13 songs out.
Okay.
I have another brand new song coming out October 9th called Reality TV.
Really? Okay. Sounds like you have a little experience in that.
Yes.
How are you going to debut it? Are you going to debut it on your Vigo stream?
There were press releases, etc.
Okay.
A lyrical music video coming as well. Blogs and press releases, and obviously, of course, on Vigo as well.
Sure.
We are, my family and myself, we are filming a pilot right now.
You're going to make your own reality show.
You know, it is a pilot. You do not know.
Sure. But you're going to submit it to try and get picked up?
It's in the process. And
That's
I'm
cool.
going to do the best. But if it does, fingers crossed, everything goes as planned, fingers crossed. This will be the theme song for the pilot.
Really? And it sounds like you'd have more control then, right? I mean, you submit the pilot, you guys write it. You have control over the concept. And you can kind of right the wrongs from what happened in the last experience then with the reality experience, right?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, well, at least you've had enough time understanding the way reality TV works that it can be your own boss, you know, and your whole family's involved in it. That's cool.
Mama, Big Papa, and myself.
Big Mama and Big Papa. You're in Buffalo, New York, right?
I just say upstate New York, but
upstate, yeah. Well, Buffalo, it's a really interesting town. I've been there on tour, spent time at the Anchor Bar, having the world famous wings, right? So, what I found about Buffalo was that it's a blue collar town, tough, hardworking people that they stand by their own. I would imagine it probably was tough then, when you were going into school, to kind of win those people over. Do you feel like with your online popularity and the new music, you've been able to kind of put that part in the past, learn from it, and then some of those people come back to you and said, "Hey, you know what? I was a dumb high school kid, and I'm sorry."
You know what the classic thing is when I get an Instagram DM saying, "Oh my God, you remember me from high school?"
And you think, "Should I accept this?" Yeah.
Oh, hey, how's it going? You're always my favorite. And da da da. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, okay. The best was when I got a message less than a month ago. Hey, girl, how's it going? I remember you from high school. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I had this genius idea. And da 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 da. I go, okay. So you're going to help me become an influencer. I go, I wish you the best in everything. I really do. I just smiled.
You have to kill them with kindness. You're so right. You know what? I'm telling you, that doesn't change. And I can tell you from experience, right? So my high school experience was kind of like that. I wasn't on reality TV, but I grew up in Montana. And I was this long-haired rocker guy with a whole bunch of rednecks, right? And so I got bites, and I was so not in a popular crowd. I played music. I played drums. I carried my drumsticks everywhere. And I caught so much grief for it. And then when I got in nationally touring bands and people from those days would come back, I'd go to my high school reunion and they'd say, "Oh, we knew you were going to be so successful," and ask me for signed drumsticks. And at first I was so resentful. Honestly, I had this huge chip on my shoulder. And then I realized as people got older that they let a lot of that go, right? I mean, they realized that they were stupid. And I was stupid too. I was kind of a dumb punk when I was in high school. But I started inviting those people to shows. And they'd reach out to me. They'd ask to be put on the guest list, or they wanted to come backstage and get VIP. And so then I started bringing them back. The last couple of years when we've been on tour, I'd see some of those people everywhere, in upstate New York, and I'd be in Denver, Colorado. I'd bring those people back and just be myself, right? And kill them with kindness and allow them an opportunity to be part of your life now, and know that I changed and hope that they did too. Some people didn't change. Some people were still ridiculous at this age, but you at 18, right? You'll have this more and more as your success goes on, and you get to choose how you want to respond to it. So I love the fact that you kill them with kindness. You look at the positivity. If you hold on to the resentment, it is toxic. It really is detrimental to you. But you can use it as a fuel to your fire. Right? You can write material about it, and you can make yourself more successful by working hard.
That's yet to come.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. I think. Do you still get to use all of your talents, like in dance and acting and everything? And is your mom? You said your mom was a Buffalo Jill. Is that right?
No, she was not.
She had connections with the Jills, or that was the contact to get you with White Swap, right?
Correct. She was my dance teacher.
That's
the
right.
Jill's coach was.
Okay, that.
But my mom is my biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, right. What a cool thing that you can work with your family on this. I think the biggest thing for a lot of younger folks is to want to run as far as you can for mom and dad, because, as you want to, work on becoming an independent adult in your life, you kind of want to distance yourself from parents because you think you know everything, right? We all know everything when we're younger. But it's great that your parents are supportive and that you're able to go out and support them too, working on the live streams. And
my dad actually supported himself paying for his college by playing the drums in a band.
What?
Yes, and he was a drum player in a band called the Roosters.
Was that a Buffalo band?
Hey, Big Papa, say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Big Papa, what's happening? I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you.
We were out of Buffalo and Utica, New York. That's where we went to college.
Okay.
And we played at like Colgate, RPI, Union, St. Lawrence, just to name a few.
Yeah.
Colleges. Back in the 60s, 68, 9.
Okay.
From 65 to 69.
Man, so you've seen the heyday of rock and roll in Buffalo, New York, man. You've lived through it all. That's good.
Well, the reason there's so many good players in Buffalo, New York is because of the Philharmonic.
Oh, yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to be trained by one of the teachers there. And but we made records, so we did everything,
Yeah.
We were 1 week before Woodstock. We were in Woodstock.
No way. Really?
Talk about that. They wanted us to play there, but we had to be in New York City.
No! You passed it up. Oh, man.
To play at the Whiskey A Go-Go and go into the recording studio at Allegro recording studio where the Love and Spoonful did all their recording.
Wow. That's So
that's why we couldn't play it.
That's one of your episodes for your after the pilot gets aired and you got the big national or international Netflix deal or something. Then one of the episodes is going to have to be about Alicia's dad passing on Woodstock because he had to go in the studio. But what a cool thing that you guys can all work together and be part of this thing. And I think it would be real easy for you to find that you felt like you were the victim from this TV show and allow it to become your identity. It would just be easy to do that because I think a lot of people get broken by those kind of scenarios, and I think you've used it to better yourself and better your environment, better your future, and you really are kind of paving the way for people that have had to struggle through school and have aspirations to do this. The music and online streaming community is this new technology and this new frontier. It's great that you embraced it and you're going after it so hard to get millions of followers and to engage with them every day. That's miraculous. To be 7 days a week streaming that long, it's unbelievable. Obviously, Jason Clark here is a big fan because he said Pretty Girls, his second favorite song. So I'm guessing that.
Don't say the new title. Don't say the new one. Don't not say that, Jason.
Yeah, Jason obviously knows a lot about your history and career. I've got friends from Australia also chiming in here, which is really nice too.
I can't see a thing, and I.
Oh yeah, well they stream, because I'll go to Twitch and then we hit YouTube and Facebook as well, and I'll archive this. So when we go back to, I definitely want to get your socials, because I want to point people towards your social links, get people contacting you on Vigo, and so your Instagram and all that. Is there one central spot that you'd like to drive people to find you and your music?
Honestly, if you just go to my website, aliciagworld.com.
Okay.
There's links to every social media link from my YouTube channel. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Need those followers. YouTube, Instagram, my TikTok. I'm verified on Instagram. I'm verified on TikTok. I'm verified on Facebook. Vigo, I'm verified. Alicia G World.
Is that right? Did I get that right there? AliciaGworld.com?
That's it.
All right. So, all right, folks. So if you go to the link that I've got right here, you can get access to all of Alicia's videos.
And my merchandise.
Yeah, definitely get the merchandise. So right now,
boom, boom, baby.
Man, you've got to do it, because
that's the logo. That's our chant, AG Army. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom,
baby. I love it. Alicia, I'm so excited about this. I'm really glad to know that you took some of those lemons, made lemonade out of this, and actually are really doing some strong, positive things. I'm excited to hear about the new single. Jason, your biggest fan out here. He just says he's a huge fan of your music, but even more of you as a person, which is great. So, you've shown the bullies out there that you can overcome and just be a solid human. And I really do want to thank you and Carlos for putting me in touch with you. I'm excited about it.
Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Thank you, and everyone, for tuning in and just being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much. And Kevin, thank you. And Carlos, shout out to Carlos, my friend.
Shout out to Carlos. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's been incredible to support. And Andrew Lane as well. Folks, if you're watching and you have not yet done this, subscribe to allaccesslive.com on the YouTube channel. I'll have this interview and Alicia's links set up on accesskevin.com as well. So AliciaGworld.com, Alicia G, Big Papa, I appreciate you chiming in. Big Mama in the other room when she finishes her live stream. Is she in there having a PK battle right now?
Check on her.
She might be. She's in there having a PK battle, trying to get some virtual gifts. And and now you said her handle on Vigo is what?
Alicia GS. Alicia GS. Oh my God. Big Ma. I don't think we're
Big Ma. No, that's great. No, well, she can do her own promotion, right? So that's as long as we get AliciaGworld.com in there. And I'm really, really happy to meet you. I'm excited to hear this stuff. You know what? Jason already hit it. It's Alicia G's Big Ma. That's her handle on Vigo. So, folks, check out Alicia's streams. It sounds like you can tune in pretty much any time and you're going to catch her, because she's always on.
I'm always live. I live my life live.
That's great, man. It's cool that you share it with people and you share positivity. So one more time, tell me your intro on your show so that I can have some positivity as I leave.
Big Mama, say hi real quick.
Hi there, Kevin. How are you?
Hi, Big Mama. Nice to meet you virtually. It's great.
You too.
We're giving a shout out to your live stream there.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Where are we? Hello.
You're talking to me in Portland, Oregon right now. But,
wow.
But I'm a big fan of the Anchor Bar and the wings there. So.
Oh my gosh.
So your show, right? When you go live every day on your live stream, you said you've got one intro. Do you want to give me that one again, just to leave on a positive note?
Guys, girls, welcome. It's yours truly, Alicia G. Remember, push out negativity, push in positivity. The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. Absolutely. Alicia G, thank you so much. And thanks to Big Mama, Big Papa for being there.
Thank you, Kevin, for having us. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to Andrew Lane.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Love.
All right. Peace now.
Much love. Thank you.